Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation, and our podcast.
In today's podcast, we are covering the Pixar movie Elemental.
Yes, we realized recently that we've watched nearly every Pixar movie out at this time, except for Elemental. And this movie started off rocky at the box office at first, but ended up making a big comeback later on. So what's in this movie that drove people to go see it, and what are some things we found out about it that we couldn't believe?
Yes.
Like Wish? We'll let you know. But before we get started,
be sure to like, subscribe for the keep some future podcasts and all the pause videos.
And thank you so much for joining us today. Subscribing, sharing our videos, commenting. Everything you do is always we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
So Rascal was the one who was pretty insistent about us watching Elemental. Mm-hmm. When I first saw the commercial, I just thought it was going to be a ripoff of Osmosis Jones or something else.
Yeah, most people did.
When I saw it. But I'm happy to say that I was wrong.
Yes. And I do remember that was the huge meme or joke when they first released the picture. Like, isn't that Osmosis Jones? Isn't that the one from Adventure Time, the Flame Princess? And that became the biggest thing up until the movie came out. So with this, we did not see any advertisements, which was one of the reasons why it started off pretty slow in theaters. And the first trailer itself looked interesting, the teaser, especially since they finally did something different rather than tell you everything at once. It was more visual than giving you a big old plot and telling you everything in a minute. And when the actual movie came out, we still didn't know really what it was about. Then we read it, I was like, this sounds like a little bit of Zootopia with the mystery in the city.
Yeah, so I thought of that too. So for those of you who weren't familiar with Elemental, as we weren't, it is a 2023 romantic comedy drama.
Drama, yeah.
Produced by Pixar for Disney. And yes, this is one of those movies now that feels more Disney than Pixar, which has seemed to happen within the last few years. It was directed by Peter Sohn and produced by Denise Ream, and also written by Peter Sohn. We'll talk about the cast later on. And the story kind of follows the fire element Ember Lumen and water element Wade Ripple, and the puns are really good, who spend time together in the city while trying to save a convenience store owned by Ember's father, Bernie. That pretty much is it. But
it's very simple,
when you watch it, there's much more to the story. And when you see the concept art and the things that were left out, this could have been an even better movie, more interesting movie that would have definitely become a hit at the box office.
Absolutely. And an extra hindrance to it in the beginning was that this was the first movie they had in a few years to be in the theaters, because Disney had been putting some of their Pixar and Disney releases on streaming service for Disney Plus, and they wanted people to pay premiere access, and most people weren't doing that after maybe the first time. They're like, no, you're gonna make it free. I'm paying for this app.
Right.
So when they released this in the theaters, they're trying to get more people back into the groove of going out to see it. And remember, this was a few years ago. And at first it didn't do well, especially with a very big lack of advertisement. And ended up learning that they also put in fake theater reactions on their official channel on Twitter, where they were faking theater reactions of people seeing a certain character in there and making buzz. And it worked in their favor in one instance, because people did go to see what's so great about this character. He's there for like a minute and a half, and that is it out of the whole movie. It's like, you use this child. And the second thing is that we had a canonical couple in here, because Disney has not had it in over 10 years. So people were happy that Pixar finally had one.
Yes. And of course it wasn't Disney that came up with it,
No!
as you mentioned. And that is the reason that this wasn't ever meant to be. And they probably were desperate when they went ahead and made it.
Probably.
So the movie had a run time of 101 minutes. And had a budget of $200 million. Yet again, way too much for a movie.
Why?
Demon Slayer shows that $20 million is more than enough to invest in an animated movie. But at the box office, it earned over $496 million. But guys, again, when we talk about the original concept, this could have been a $1 billion movie. And yet again, Disney messed it up.
Right, and we're going to explain that.
So quickly, the writer is the son of immigrants, and he wanted to put into this movie highlights of New York's cultural and ethnic diversity, and he referenced films that most of you won't know about, like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Moonstruck, and Amelie. Never even seen Amelie. I've heard of Amelie, never seen it.
I think we've seen part of Moonstruck.
We tried Moonstruck and turned it off, and I saw Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with our Nana. Mm-hmm. So for people who are younger, you really won't get the references. For those that are older and watched it, then it probably was something that, you know, brought nostalgia to them.
Probably, yeah.
And he wanted to create characters that reflected his family as well.
Right. Right. And that would be with Ember's family. They're all flame elementals. And yes, exactly how it sounds. Every character in the city is based on an element. Mm-hmm. Fire, water, earth, and air. Or clouds, I guess, in their case.
Right.
And we gotta say, I do like that idea. Like, it's in a similar instance of Zootopia with an all-animal city. But Pixar looks like they want to do something very different, very vibrant with elemental people in a city. And I felt like we didn't get to see enough of that. True. When we watched it. Like, there was a lot of good ideas, a lot of good puns, a lot of good ways that they had each character and each element travel throughout the city and what they have to avoid or what's their specialty in different sections of the city. I felt like we didn't get enough of that. Would have loved to see more of that. Like Zootopia showed how every section of the city was built for different types of animals based on the real world. Elemental only showed parts of that and instances for humor, but I really would have loved to see more because they highlight so much of Embers and the fire elementals, which I thought was clever, and a little bit of ways for the water, but for the earth and the wind ones, you didn't see that much of it, and I wish there was more to show. Maybe if they decide to do a sequel, they will.
True. And there also were parts that we wish had been expanded on in terms of the storyline that we thought didn't get enough attention. And then we learned, again, when we read about the original concept, how some of the personalities were changed and the people were changed. And then it made sense why things hadn't been expanded on. And why, like in the scene where they discover the plant, not a plant like in a flower, but something planted to cause a problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't expanded along how it got there and what happened.
Exactly, yes.
And we were watching the movie like, well, why would you not reveal that to us?
Exactly, because they kept building that in the trailer.
True.
Something is going on in the city. Who's doing this? You never find out. It's just an happenstance, an error. They fix it, and it's like a representative of the relationship and fixing the cracks. We got that. That was fine, but it was so odd that you never found out who did it. They kept building up this mystery, and it's like, no, it was nobody. I was like, okay. And,
which makes no sense.
Right, and it's like, I get not every movie needs a villain. We've said that many times. We've experienced that with some movies.
But you need an explanation.
Right. So that leads us to the concept and the deleted scenes. And we had stated that a lot of people love that we had a Disney couple since we hadn't had one in years.
True.
And Pixar finally got one. And that was, I would say that was one of the best parts of the movie was Ember and Wade's relationship. And you wanted to see more of that. People really loved it.
Yes.
Well, then we had heard about it from another person viewing the video that said there was actually more to this movie and this story. And we found the deleted scenes and people showing a bit of the concept art. The original version of Elemental actually had the romance as the center of the story with the mystery in the back. Like, they had first met in the movie and they start off with little friends, then they actually start dating and they show you some scenes of them knowing each other. Then as it progressed, like, you can tell times pass. They start dating, they become boyfriend, girlfriend. They still having the part where the parents don't want them together. And then as it progresses, Wade proposes to Ember, and then by the end they would have gotten married and had a baby. And we were just like, well, how did they remove all of that to just the simple they meet and then they fall for each other and then that was it? Like, well, we like the shit, but clearly that was the entire backbone of the movie.
Exactly. Like Wish, unfortunately.
Right. It's like, we'll just be grateful that we actually still got the ship canon.
Now, if you've bought the DVD or you plan on buying it, the deleted scenes and behind-the-scenes featurettes, as well as an audio commentary, and the short called Carl's Date are included on the DVD.
Yes, and that one features Ed Asner's final time playing Carl from Up, which was a little bittersweet to watch. It was cute, but bittersweet since he had passed a little bit after that came out.
And when you were watching this movie, and we'll get to the voice actor shortly, you could tell there was a chemistry between them, and you can tell that there was supposed to be more to it when you watched it.
Yeah.
Because you kept feeling cheated.
Yeah.
In different scenes. So it's easy to tell there were scenes deleted.
Yeah.
It's easy to know that it didn't reflect the original idea.
Yes.
Because again, you just felt like something was missing, or you had been deprived of something when you were watching it, and because it doesn't feel right. That should have been more.
Yeah.
Why did they stop it there?
Yeah,
why did she say there? And then we learned also that the mom was a totally different character.
Yes.
And so was the dad. They switched. In the movie, the dad didn't like it, and the mom was okay with the relationship.
Yeah.
But originally, the mom was against it and hated it.
And the dad was okay.
Yeah, and we were like, well, why? Well,
Right.
here we go again with having to make the woman be the good guy.
Of course. And then the second thing, which falls on what you just said, when they're at Wade's house, you kind of got the vibe that, they're supposed to be, there's no way to put it, they're fluid, and yes, that's the joke. They're really accepting and loving, they're really easygoing and stuff, but you could tell a few things they said were like, why did you say that? That's a little insulting, but it was so minor. When the original deleted scene, they actually reveal what was causing the dam to break. And it's Wade's mother, and it was, I think, her mother or grandmother that built it, and it was falling apart. And the facade actually started to go away for her. She went from being a little more standoffish, and she was talking to Ember. And in that version, she actually was trying to get Ember to break up with Wade. And he said, I have a reputation to uphold with my family name. So if you keep quiet about this, then I'll repay you by getting you a high-paying job. And she was trying to blackmail and said, in return, break up with him. And we were just stunned like, wait, that was who did it? Yeah. That was the reveal, and they left it out of the movie. How do you leave out something plot relevant?
Because you're Disney.
And then we were just sitting there stunned. Like, this is who did it. That actually would have been a good twist.
Yes,
it would have been a great twist, but it's never revealed in the movie. So it's just like, it's just an accident. Don't worry about it.
And Kyle, we're sure you like this version.
Of course.
But we would have, and this version was okay. But it would have been more interesting to see more of the things that they left out.
Yeah, and make it even better.
Yes, and it would have been a fuller movie, more reflective of the writer's original idea, and you would have gotten more background and more insight on the characters themselves and who they really were.
Yes.
So leaving those things out did hinder it to a point, but it's good at the box office. People got to go and enjoy something.
Yes.
And as you said, you got another romance.
Yes.
So the music itself was composed by Thomas Newman, who also worked on Finding Nemo, WALL-E, and Finding Dory. And it was his first Pixar film not to be directed by Andrew Stanton.
Really? Okay.
So they changed directors.
Right, so it might have been why there was a change in the story as well.
True.
And we learned that's also happened with Elio and another film. Whenever there was a change in director cast or writer cast, the movie would get overhauled and switched to a different version that you see.
Unfortunately. So let's go over the voice cast.
Yes.
We have Leah Lewis as Ember Lumen. She also was chosen due to her role in The Half of It in 2020.
Okay, haven't heard of that one.
Momodou Ati, I hope I pronounced the name correctly, is Wade Whipple. And they call him a sappy water element.
Well, I guess.
And she was called a quick-witted fire element.
Okay, well, he cries a lot, so
yes.
he's so sad.
Ronnie Del Carmen is Bernie Lumen, Ember's father. Sheila Ami is Cinder Lumen.
Yes.
Ember's mother. Wendy McClendon Covey is Gail Cumulus. And if you recognize her name, she was on the Goldbergs. So they got someone they were familiar with. Ranabir Lahiri is Harold, Brooks' brother, and Wade and Alan's uncle. Wilma Bonet is Flarietta, one of the customers at the fireplace. Joe Pera as Fern Grouchwood. Matt Yang King as Alan Ripple, Lutz, and Earth Pruner. Jeff LaPency as Sparkler, customer. Jonathan Adams as Flary. They had some really good puns.
Yes.
Alice Kapp as customer, delivery person, Earth landlord. Ben Morris as Wood immigration official.
Yes.
And his name tag reveals his name to be CC Stump. Krista Gonzalez is Eddie Ripple, Alan's wife, and Wade and Lake's sister-in-law. Maya Aoki Tuttle is Ghibli. Lake's girlfriend. Ava Kai Hauser is Lake Ripple. And Innocent Onanovi Ekakiti is Marco and Polo Ripple.
Yes.
Wade's nephews.
Yes, and that was another great pun in there.
And they had some other additional voices. The two that stood out to us, or three, I should say. Fred Tatasciore, Carrie Walgren, and Scott Menville, of course.
Yes.
We had to mention them.
Yes.
But it was a fun movie. I didn't expect it to be. I didn't expect to like it. I'm really glad that I did, and I'm really glad it wasn't just a ripoff of something else.
Yes.
Again, the only concern I have is that it could have been even bigger.
Yes, and even better.
And
full
it could
potential.
have given us an explanation that was missing from the movie. How do you have an event happen and you never tell people what happened or why?
Yeah, and it looks
and you leave a plot hole and an unanswered question, and then you go, the end.
And like I said, I guess they were trying to go for it being representation of their relationship and showing the cracks in it and the society and all that. I guess they were going for, we'll use it for a metaphor. It could have still been that, but also revealing who was behind it or what was causing it.
Right.
You could have just done both. It had a lot of layers, unfortunately, that were missing. It's still a good movie, but it could have been even better. And that's actually the first time you've seen that really for a Pixar movie where it was good, but could have been better. Usually you have stuff that's is already great from the start, or thank goodness you changed it, or stuff that you shouldn't have changed.
Right.
But this is the first time it's like you could have done even more with this. A lot of potential was not finished with, and you kind of wish you had seen it.
Absolutely. So if you've seen the movie Elemental, and we know you have, Sylvian, let us know in the comments. Did you love it? Mm-hmm. Did you wish if you know about the concepts that were left out, do you wish they were being included, or are you happy with it as it is? Let us know. If you haven't seen it, you know it's on Disney Plus. We saw it for free on...
Actually, at our library, we rented it.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Yeah, they actually
We've
had
gotten so
available.
many freebies on demand.
Right.
We
were waiting for it. It didn't happen.
Yeah, so you can go to your local library and get it as well. Come back and tell us what you think.
And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates, video videos for your anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for your support, for helping us on our journey to reach over 3,000 subscribers this year.
Yes.
And for your support, we really appreciate you. As always, you are special.
Thank you so much for watching Mask Entertainment
And Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.